Bass-TEC fans, here we are, hooked up live. Welcome, everybody. So, I'd like to take a brief moment and go through all of our wonderful sponsors. Without them, we would not be going hooked up live. So, we greatly appreciate their support for our interviews that we do for our TEC ePropulsion Anglers. So, first sponsor is G2 Gemini jerseys. Get over, check them out. G2 Gemini. And my gray shirt, you can't hardly see that website address. So I'll try to move out of the way so that way you can see it for a moment. Get on there, enter in the promotion code off of any order, receive 25% off. All you have to do is enter in G2 Georgia spelled out 21 and you'll receive 25% off any jersey apparel order. So we appreciate their sponsorship with Hooked Up Lives. Our next sponsor is Taming Serum. Get over there on Facebook, check them out. I believe also they sell on eBay. Got quite a few different local places here in Georgia that sells line taming serum. Great additives that helps out scents for your lures. Get over there and check them out. We appreciate their sponsorship through with our Hooked Up Lives. Lithium Pros, it's the one battery that you need. If you have not got out and checked out lithium batteries, they would love to hear from you. Give them a call. If you have not already, look them up, lithiumpros.com. Tell them we sent you, and I promise you, they will treat you right. So appreciate their sponsorship for our Hooked Up Lives. Next sponsor is that of Nate's Custom Boats and Accessories. We'll be giving a $30 gift certificate that you can use on anything you'd like to purchase through with Nate's Custom Boats and Accessories. Nate makes things from custom lids. If you're looking at decking out your boat, doing different modifications to it, as well as trolling motor trays, brackets, many different things. If it's metal fabrication stuff, I believe that Nate could probably hook you up. So get over and check him out. Social media links that's included here. But we'll be giving away $30. All you have to do is like this feed and leave a comment within it. And you'll be entered in for the drawing. We appreciate their sponsorship. Our next is Dugout Bait and Tackle. If you haven't got down there and check out Dugout Bait and Tackle in Marietta, Georgia, those folks would be glad to see you down there. So stop in, tell Jamie, tell Craig that we sent you through here for the TEC, and I promise you they have told me anybody that mentions that they're through with the TEC representing, they'll make sure to take and treat you right. But we'll be giving away some swag. I've got the hats. Finally got them, and we'll be giving those hats out to our previous folks as well as to somebody tonight. All you got to do is like and comment. Get down there and Dugout Bait and Tackle. Tell them we sent you. Star Lures. If you have not, get over on social media. Check them out. They've got some awesome soft plastics. And I promise you, if you have not got over and talked to him already, John, if he ain't making the bait, you show him something that you like, I guarantee you John's going to take and work hard to try to get you the bait product out there. Soft plastics. He's done it for me. I know he'll take and treat you right. It's amazing soft plastics. So appreciate their sponsorship through our Hooked Up Lives. No further ado, let's bring the Dahlonega Jon Boat Anglers points champions, Aaron Bland, Jason Brown.
Good evening.
Welcome, man. Congrats on being the points champions for Dahlonega Jon Boat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I want to mention something that y'all have done something that no team in the record of running the TEC has ever done, ever. Y'all have double qualified. Okay, and there's been some other double qualifiers, but y'all were double qualifiers, points champions, not in just Dahlonega Jon Boat Anglers, but also in Southern Outcast, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That speaks volume to fish 2 clubs. I mean, I believe this. Y'all probably have some really, really amazing wives at home.
Yeah, I do.
Because being able to be
Absolutely,
out there on the
yes.
water, you better say yeah, she's watching.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
but I know that had to been a lot of dedication and getting out there and competing in both of those clubs. So, hats off to y'all men. Y'all, that's a pretty amazing stat to hold. So, Jared Baker says, "Good evening, Jared."
Good evening, Jared.
I'm going to take and leave this out there as far as y'all go through. If you got comments, questions that you'd like for these anglers to be asked, that's what this feed's about, putting them on the hot seat, getting some questions answered, try to help some folks out, talk fishing a little bit. So just make sure, leave your comment, like this feed. That's why you get entered in for your drawing. So let's back up. Y'all ain't any strangers to competing in the TEC. Y'all have competed every year so far, correct?
Last year was our first year.
Yeah.
That's right. So y'all were fishing, I believe, wasn't it a different club and wasn't eligible for the TEC?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I thought I remembered. So, but y'all last year, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I really ain't trying to pour salt in any wound. So if I am, I apologize now in advance. But when I went up there and was filming and seeing y'all out there, not going to give away y'all's location where y'all was at. So I'll try to be nice on that part. But probably a lot of people can figure it out.
That's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
But I really thought that, you know, coming into weigh-in, the way that I watched y'all for that brief period of time, I mean, I seen a lot of anglers that morning till lunch, and y'all and another boat, well, 3 boats were the only ones that I seen were catching fish, but y'all were consistently catching fish. So going into this TEC, do y'all have that same confidence of knowing going into it?
I hope so.
Yeah. I mean,
I did have that
Yeah.
confidence till I fished this weekend there, and I got my butt whipped. So no,
You know,
I don't have that confidence right now.
I've been hearing that from quite a few folks that
That I got my butt whipped.
no, that it's kind of I didn't finish. It's been fishing kind of difficult for some anglers.
It took 17 pounds, I think, to win. I fished with Southern Outcast this weekend there, and I think it took 17 pounds or something to win. But I think my problem was my decisions I made, because I went to an area where me and Aaron fish a lot, and I think because of the rain, it was so muddy. I think that I spent too much time there trying to make that situation work. And when I left that area and come back down the lake, I started catching fish. But by then, I didn't have enough time left in the day to make up the ground I needed to make up. Does that make sense?
So, Jason, you're fishing another club with somebody else now with Southern Outcast?
Yeah, my wife, my wife and I are actually partners in Southern Outcast now, and that's who we were fishing with this weekend. And Aaron and I are fishing with Dahlonega. So Aaron, I kind of dumped Aaron this weekend, and he had a solo. So he was with Dahlonega this weekend fishing at, was it Hickory Log, I think?
Yep, Hickory Log.
Yeah.
So let's kind of and it may be able to transition the same topic through to both of y'all men. But Jason, you're talking about going to an area, and I would assume you're probably, and I ain't trying to spill beans, so we haven't even talked about this, but probably leaning towards maybe before the rain came in and muddied things up, probably potentially spawning bass and,
Exactly.
sight fishing and stuff like that. Because that's one thing that when it blows it out and them fish are up there spawning, it's challenging.
Yeah. Yeah, well, actually, Aaron and I had what was it, 2 weeks ago we fished a tournament there?
Yeah.
Is that correct? And we actually
Yeah.
won that tournament. So I tried to recreate what we had done, but we had all that rain came through in between those tournaments. And I just wasted a lot of time trying to make that work. And I kept telling my wife, I'm like, they're not here, but I kept trying to make it work. But finally, by the time I decided that it wasn't going to work and made myself leave that area, I mean, I know there's fish there. I know there's good fish there, but I guess the muddy water, maybe they just wouldn't bite. And so when I left the area and decided to go to another area where he and I had fished and caught some good fish, well, I just didn't have enough time in the day to make that work. And we did go to the other area and catch our fish, because when I left the first area I went to, I only had two keepers when I left there. So we actually did go to our second area and catch our limit and upgrade a few times, but still by then we just didn't have enough time to fish the area like we needed to and catch quality fish.
So you talk about quality. Let's talk, Aaron, as far as hickory log goes. I assume it's the same thing going on there, probably everywhere else. A lot of spawning bass that's happening right now. You able to hear me?
I lost you. I can hear you now.
Ah, there you are. So I don't know if you heard all that or not, but I was talking about as far as your last tournament you fished with hickory log, and Jason was mentioning about big fish and stuff like that, knowing big fish in the area. But any relation to that maybe at hickory log being, I would assume it's the same happening now there as what's everywhere else about spawning bass. How did hickory log go for you?
It was tough, man. It was tough on everybody. Well, like 7 pounds, less than 8 pounds, won, and everybody just about had a limit for 5, 6, 7 pounds. It was tough, real tough.
A lot of spawning bass.
I personally didn't see any. I didn't really look. I stayed in the dirty water most of the day. I was just trying to go for one big one pretty much all day, but I just never got that bite.
That rain
There
did a
was guys
doozy on.
talking.
Go ahead.
There was some guys talking about seeing some spawners, but I don't think it was like real hot and heavy yet.
Yep. That's one of those lakes that very small percentile. It's a tough lake to crack, but you just got to cover a lot of ground. But was that your first time ever going to hickory log?
No, that was my third time. I've only fished there 3 times, and that was all tournaments.
So let's talk about hickory log for a moment. What's y'all's biggest fish caught out of hickory log? Both of y'all.
Was it like a 3-pounder maybe?
Yeah, I think Aaron caught a 3-pounder. The first time we ever fished a tournament there, he caught a 3 something. I actually think it was big fish for that tournament. And
Yeah.
I think the second time we fished there,
Big fish, yeah.
I don't know who caught it, but it was like a 2 something was our big fish, and I think it was big fish for that tournament. So I guess our experience at hickory log has been pretty tough. I mean, we've got a good record there, but as far as catching big fish, I haven't saw it. I mean, I hear a lot of people talk about good fish there, but I mean, I fished 2 tournaments. Aaron's fished 3, and every one of them has been low weights of 1.
So let's hear what's y'all's both of y'all's, man. Big fish, personal best for bass.
Mine, I don't know. The biggest one I ever caught, I didn't weigh, so I'd have to say it has to be around 10. And I caught it last year in a farm pond.
Farm pond.
Yep.
Jason?
I'm kind of the same as Aaron. The biggest one I ever caught, I didn't weigh it, but the biggest one I've ever caught in weight was like right at 8 pounds. So that for me. But I've been in the boat with Aaron when he's caught several that would bust 8 pounds. So he's caught a lot of big fish.
What's y'all's biggest in a tournament weighed in?
I don't even know. Do you
I
know,
think
Aaron?
that one you caught that time, wasn't it like 7.8 or something?
Yeah, at Varner.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah, but we had 3 that
Yeah.
day that were all pretty close. So yeah, it was 7.8. I think it's the biggest one we weighed in a tournament.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, folks, make sure leave us some comments. That's why you get entered in. And I'll mention this too. Even if after the live feed is done, you can still leave us some comments in here. That's the way you get entered in for the drawing. Come this Friday night, we'll do the random drawing of an individual that'll be selected. So all you got to do is, folks, you get your opportunity here to ask questions. Fire away with them. We're waiting. So while we're waiting for some comments to come in, we had talked a little bit ago about. So Eddie Williams just made a comment on here. I want to show if I can wake my mouse back up. He said hickory log is the devil.
I agree.
But y'all are actually looking at, I don't know if y'all are willing to share it publicly with everybody, the big craze that's out there for technology advancements. Y'all might be looking at into getting some upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron might can talk about that.
Yeah, we got a Lowrance active target on its way.
So, curiosity, have y'all already been out with somebody else that runs the active target? Seen it firsthand?
No.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, just curiosity, what made you go with the active target versus Panoptics?
I just like Lowrance. Jason's got a Lowrance and a Humminbird, and I've got a Lowrance, but I don't know, we just like Lowrance a little better. So we figured we'd try this out.
I kind of veer toward Lowrance myself. I mean, I got a Humminbird. I don't really have any experience with Garmin at all, but I do have some experience with Lowrance and some with Humminbird, and I just kind of like the Lowrance better myself.
I don't know. Would y'all agree to this? I mean, I have ran, when I say Lowrance, I mean, it was back in the older days when it was black and white screens, but same concept. Same, you can almost tell the differences between Lowrance to the Humminbirds. Would y'all agree Lowrance is more of a deeper water clarity of seeing bigger fish or even smaller fish on graph?
Yes, I would. I mean, you could ask Aaron where we are in my boat. I constantly see, like like when you pull up and you see fish you want to drop on.
Yep.
Well, I'll see those on the Lowrance, but I won't see them on my Humminbird. So I rely a lot more on my Lowrance than I do my Humminbird. But,
Which I've never looked at it. I don't know if the cone angles are slightly different in the Lowrances than the Humminbirds, if that makes it that much of a difference. Because I don't know, getting beyond my knowledge base. So we got a comment here. Jonathan Comby wants to know from both of y'all, what are y'all's guesses for the winning bag weight for the TC?
I don't know. When is it? May
Gonna be
May 29th.
I mean, I think it's going to be probably what it was last year. It's probably going to be around 20 pounds or better. I mean, I think a tournament like that, it's going to take 20 pounds to win it. Somebody's going to catch them.
What do you think, Aaron?
Oh, definitely.
So
20 plus.
next question, he's wanting to know, will y'all target a different area than you did back in the fall TEC to produce the winning bag?
Jonathan wants to know that.
He'll have to find out come 7 something in the morning when you're going in the direction.
Well, I think I know why he probably wants to know.
Yeah, that's why I'm laughing.
I think we kind of maybe hurt each other last year, so
Yeah,
and not intentional.
No, it wasn't intentional. And I we fished good together. I thought we shared water good together. We respected each other, but we both our boats had real good bags, and I think that maybe I don't
pulled
know.
some away.
Yeah, it's just fishing, That's how it goes.
Yeah.
They did a good job.
maybe.
They
Go
were
ahead.
very respectful, and I hope we were to them.
Oh man, Jonathan's got a comment here, and I didn't realize this. So y'all ain't seen it yet, but y'all are fixing to see his comment. Jonathan is not in the TEC this season.
Oh, well, that might be good for us. I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
But
don't go to our TEC then.
Don't go wear our fish out, please.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But no joke. I believe that to be. Correct me if I'm right with this. When you're fishing these smaller lakes, being able to take and share water. I mean, we're all fishing for the same fish. Like technology is today, everybody knows when you're in an area where the fish are staged at.
Yeah.
And I could tell that as many people that was in that area. I mean, I didn't stay there for a long duration of time, but you could tell it. Everybody was respectful to each other, and
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead.
There was a few boats kind of in and out of that area, but I think for the most part, I think it was Aaron and I and Jonathan for the most part all day, and then there would be a boat or two roll in and out, fishing. But I think everyone pretty much respected each other. But I mean, when you fish those lakes like we fish, you have to do that. I mean, that's what makes it so tough sometimes is, man, you might get a spot to start on, but after that, you're kind of sharing water with everybody, or you're fishing behind someone, and that makes that kind of fishing pretty tough at times.
Jonathan's saying he's pulling for y'all guys, and he's saying he won't soar them. So
I hope not, because he's a guy that definitely can catch them, so he could definitely soar mouth of it if he wanted
which
to.
he ain't saying nothing about his fishing partner sore mouthing him though.
Yeah, I think she was doing most of the sore mouthing that morning.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So where's y'all's next tournament at? Y'all fish?
Cedar Creek, baby.
Cedar Creek.
Cedar. Ooh. So have y'all seen? I mean, I saw something the other day from one club that just fished there. Have y'all been seeing the weights? What it's been taking?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
It's way less than hickory log is, ain't it? What do y'all think? What do y'all have? How long have y'all fished Cedar Creek?
Yeah, a lot. I don't know. I live very close to Cedar Creek. Both of us live very close to Cedar Creek, so we fish it a good bit.
What do y'all think has changed, say, 5 years. To why? I mean, y'all remember it back in the day when that lake first opened. I mean, it was a jewel.
Yeah. I think probably I don't know. Maybe some to do with fishing pressure. Maybe some to do with
Definitely.
the changes in the grass.
When you're talking about pressure, Aaron, Jason, just tournaments, or are you talking about maybe, pleasure fishermen taking fish, harvesting fish? What's y'all's, or just flat out fish getting accustomed to baits and just not wanting to bite?
Yeah, I mean, it's such a small lake, and it gets hammered.
Yeah, it does get hammered, especially a lot this past year with COVID. I noticed I would go over there and man, it would be packed, dude. There would be people just everywhere over there fishing. So I think that has a lot to do with it.
Is the hydrilla still super thick?
No, I don't. I don't know what happened to the grass in that lake, but I know back was it last summer they dropped the water level in that lake for some reason, and they let it down quite a few feet, and I don't know if they sprayed. I don't know what happened, but it was like the grass was gone. It seems to be coming back some now, but I don't know. I don't know what the deal was, but it seemed like the fishing got tougher for me. But I don't know.
See, we quit fishing Cedar Creek in our club just because we grew certain size and just, I mean, there ain't but just a very few select holes on that lake that a lot of folks run to, and it kind of made it tough. And we had a lot of other clubs that conflict scheduling back and forth, being at the same day, and multiple clubs is tough on that lake. But when we quit fishing it was the year that the hydrilla just took off. I mean, just sheer mats of it. And I enjoyed it, but you could tell that it was kind of on a decline. The lake was. So, well, and that's with Dahlonega.
Yes.
Okay, I got you. So when's your next tournament, Jason, with your wife? Where's it at?
I think it's at Bear Creek. I think it's April 17th at Bear Creek, I think.
So are you fishing, Aaron, as well in another club?
No. Right now, I'm just fishing Dahlonega.
Just Dahlonega. I got you.
I make fish a little bit with other guys on weekends that I can fish.
Well, that's cool.
That's not cool for me.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna lay this bombshell out there, and I seen something on you, Jason, and from now on, you have a nickname, brother, that is gonna stick for now on. Because when I seen it today, I was like, it fits. So I'm gonna put it up here on the screen for everybody to read what you posted today.
Uh-oh.
And this is your new name. All moms give birth to a child except my mom. She gave birth to a fishing legend. So you are, without a doubt, going to be called the fishing legend. No offense, Aaron, but we'll come up with a nickname to you for sure.
Oh my goodness.
I love that. So, folks, if you got any questions, comments, kind of stalling here, just take a minute, type it in, let us know. Y'all remember it from last year. Jason, Aaron, they'd be glad to answer it. Any questions, baits, techniques, specifics? I'll kind of put you on a hot spot. We kind of talked about it last year, I think. Y'all's favorite go-to bait is?
Jig.
It's a jig.
That's what I hear, and I remember it last year. Y'all said it. And man, I really don't. I'm not going to try to. It may aggravate y'all, but I mean, you could see it from from videos and footage. I mean, y'all have a way of finessing a jig that I hadn't really ever witnessed on people before. Like I've tried to do it, and I fished with people that do it. I mean, y'all don't mind if we talk about it a little bit, do you? As far as technique?
No.
No,
So
No, fire.
hopping jigs. Like I have never. My brother-in-law was big on that. I fished with him a lot of night tournaments, and I mean, literally, just the bait hardly ever makes contact with the bottom, and that's kind of the way. I mean, I may be wrong. I may be judging it wrongly from the way that I was watching y'all, but just straight up hopping that thing. Is that pretty common? Y'all like to fish jigs pretty quickly?
We like to fish them however they're going to bottom.
I just stuck my foot in my mouth on that one, didn't I?
Yeah, if it takes hopping or dragging or jerking or twitching or flopping or flipping, that's how we like to fish them.
Flipping, flopping, and pitching.
Yeah.
Twitching. Aaron, is this the way it is on the water every time?
Every time, man.
Maybe we should you know what? We should have probably just surprised the legend and brought the true legend, which is probably his wife, on here and find out a lot more truth to it, right?
I don't know. She actually did catch the biggest fish in our bag Saturday.
Yeah. So, what was it? How much did what?
3 pounds. 3 pounds. That was it.
But I bet you money it tickled her to death.
Oh yeah, it tickled her to death. But I haven't heard the end of it yet, so I keep having to relive it over and over.
Yeah. So, wow. I ain't gonna lie, we're not really getting much comments through tonight. So I'm looking forward to getting down there and seeing y'all at the May event down at Hard Labor. I wish y'all in advance, between the chaos of everything getting it going that morning, wish you as well as everybody else in Dahlonega Jon the best of luck. I'm pulling for y'all, man. I really, when I say that, I've said it from other anglers before, and I ain't downing anybody else, but man, I was pulling really, really hard for y'all last year. I really thought, without seeing the other folks catching, I really thought that y'all had a very strong chance, and I'm really, really sincerely pulling for y'all coming up this May.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I've got a lot of respect for y'all, man. I can tell just from y'all out there fishing. I mean, y'all have a unique style that a lot of anglers ain't that confident. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's what it's all about. Just having the confidence going out there and fishing. And I think both of y'all, man, it proof in itself, being points champions from both clubs. That speaks volume. So are y'all anxious, ready to get there and fish it again?
Oh yeah, I am.
Oh, I am too.
So I'm just going to put it out there and just ask it. What's y'all's plans if y'all become the 2021 TEC champion? Because you know what the grand prize is. It's a ePropulsion Navy 6.0 Evo. What's y'all's plans?
I have no idea.
To run it wide open.
I got you.
Yeah.
So okay,
maybe we'll put it side by side with the one Aaron's got now, and just run them both. Have dual outboards.
So prime time to transition into this conversation. Josh Franklin asked, "What kind of boat setup are y'all running?" So, which boat did y'all fish out of last year?
Aaron's boat.
Okay, Aaron, if you want to kind of recap. I know we talked about it last year. Recap on your boat setup.
It's 1648. It's a old Tracker Sportsman. I think it's like a 96 model. It's really nothing special. We got a 9.9 Elco on the back. We've got a Ultrex on the front. We got a Lowrance hook unit on it, and that's really about it. Well, I mean, there's nothing special about it.
Fish catching machine. That's what that boat is. Right? I think he glitched again.
What's that?
There you are. I guess it glitched on you again. I said it's a fish catching machine.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So let's hear Jason, sorry. Let's hear about your boat setup.
Mine is a Tracker TX17, and I just have 3 trolling motors on the back. I got 3 has wings on the back of mine, and then just a motor guide on the front, 2 grouts. That's it. And that's pretty much it for my boat.
Most people I have seen only swings the 2 has wings. So do you see a difference dramatically? Oh, I mean, probably not dramatic, but what's your speed difference between the 2 and the 3 has wings?
I get about 5.8. Sometimes I can bump 6 miles an hour. But I mean, as far as the trolling motors go, most of the time in a tournament, I'm pretty quick compared to other people with trolling motors. But when I come up against a electric outboard like the ePropulsions or the has wing, I don't know, what's that one you got there?
Elcos.
Elco. Of those, I don't stand a chance as far as speed, but I don't know. As far as other trolling motors, I do okay against them.
So do y'all sometimes swap as far as like taking one boat or the other boat for different tournaments?
No, most of the time we fish out of Aaron's boat all the time. I mean, his is just more, it's got the speed, more efficient. So most of the time we fish out of Aaron's pretty much all the time.
Yeah,
Aaron, your boat. It is awesome. Spot lock is amazing. So tell me about Aaron on your setup. Do you have is it wood framed decking or is it all aluminum?
No, it's all wood. Everything.
Have you ever thought about making it all aluminum to gain a little bit more speed?
I have thought about it, yeah. It's just that aluminum is expensive, man.
Well, I mean, it is, but it'll pay for itself pretty quickly. I mean, you have to. I mean, how long have you been fishing out of that boat since it's been decked out in all wood?
Oh, several years, 5, 6, 7 years.
How many more years you think you got left out of it with it all wood?
I don't know. I hope a bunch because I don't want to redo it anymore.
I was just curious. As I've heard a lot of people, it depends on, you obviously you must have probably treated the wood so it'll last.
No, I didn't. The first time I did, I got treated wood. This time I didn't. This time I keep it in the garage. It's not out in the weather, and it's fine. I mean, I think this is the 2nd or 3rd year. This new decking, I have no problems.
So you saying that you had pressure treated in it before? You obviously took it out because you knew pressure treated does cause damages to aluminum.
I mean, I didn't know that until afterwards, but I didn't have any problem with it. So.
I may be wrong, but I think it may be once you get the moisture in there and it, contact with surfaces and stuff like that, probably releases that chemical even more to the aluminum and messes it up. So So, Aaron, Jason, your setup on that, is it you left everything factory for the way you bought it as far as decked out on the Bass Tracker?
No, when I bought my boat, the guy that I bought it from had already pretty much gutted everything. The only thing that was left original in my boat was the back deck, and so I did leave it aluminum, but I decked it. I used treated wood in mine to deck from the back deck all the way to the front. My boat's decked from one end to the other, and I use treated plywood for mine. I use treated boards to support the plywood. I don't know. I've heard that about treated plywood, treated wood, how it affects aluminum, but the boat I had previous to that, I had treated wood in it, and I never had any issues. So I just went with treated wood in this boat also, and so far I haven't had any issues with it. I don't know. My opinion is if it does affect the aluminum, then it's probably going to take it so long that I don't know that it'll even matter.
To both of y'all, I'm picking brains, just trying to talk about it. Do both of y'all park y'all's boats in the elements, or is it underneath, out from the elements?
No, mine stays in my basement all the time. So
Mine stays in the
yeah.
So that probably helps too. If you keep it outside in the elements, rain constantly, change temperatures, everything like that, probably would probably speed up that process. And like I was saying, I ain't no scientist to it, but I would assume, moisture to it, contact into the aluminum probably would speed that process up dramatically. I've seen pictures. I've never seen it firsthand, but I've seen pictures. You can go through all the different websites out there, 10 boats and stuff like that. You can see that's what I've seen, because I've went through same thing, getting an aluminum boat now and learning all of it, trying to make right, thoughts of what to do for future with it. So, but that's cool, man. Did you, on that Bass Tracker, did they upsize the live well?
On mine?
Yes, sir.
No, it's it's whatever it came out with factory. So no, I don't guess they did.
Aaron, what kind of live well you got? Did you modify yours to put a different cooler in or something?
Yeah, well, it had a little stock live well at one time, and then me and Jason, we won a tournament with Dixie at Varner, and we were literally packing fish in this live well. And we had 4 good ones in 112-incher. And we lost some big fish that day. And there's no way we could have put another decent fish in that live well. So I tore it out and modified it and built a big old live well to go in there.
I've done it before, and having those big bags in a small live well, man, I'm glad it's never happened in the warm months. It's always happened early spring, so I feel a little bit easier about it. So Sam Thomas has got a question for Jason. What is your favorite lake?
Least favorite.
Least favorite lake. Okay, sorry.
Sandy Creek. That's pretty easy.
You said that was easy?
I hate Sandy Creek.
Yeah, why do you
Sandy
hate
Creek?
Why?
Well, it seems like when I go there, I could catch several 11 3/4-inch fish. We can't catch any good fish. I don't know why, but that lake, I guess, is just my nemesis.
So Josh is calling out his partner Sam there. Y'all remember he was on our past interview a couple of interviews ago. Sam was telling him that must have been a wrong thing to to mention there, as far as saying that was wrong. So let's ask Aaron. Aaron, what's your least favorite lake?
Least favorite lake. I'd have to say Sandy Creek.
Both of y'all's.
Yeah.
Well, being least favorite's been asked. What is, and it don't have to be anything on schedule. What's y'all's favorite lake to fish? Or it could be a big bass lake. What's your favorite lake?
Hard labor.
Hard labor?
Yeah, it's got to be hard. Yeah, it has to be hard labor. Yeah, I love fishing there. Even though I got my teeth kicked in last Saturday there, I still love fishing there.
So Josh is saying, giving y'all some kudos to this about Sandy Creek, I'm assuming. So he's been watching Jason on that lake. He's learning, and it's scary because he's a legend.
Because he's a legend. Yeah.
So yeah, Josh saying the same thing. Yes, world, Sandy Creek stinks. Don't waste your time.
It doesn't stink for Josh because he always wins there.
I don't know if I quite understand this. Teeth kicked in by a kid?
Yeah, exactly. There was a kid. I'm sorry I can't remember his name right now, but yeah, I mean, he couldn't have been, I don't know, 10 years old or so. He's the one that weighed in a 17-pound bag. I guess him and his dad. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny that morning because they were kind of behind my wife and I, and they were kind of going in the same area. And I made the comment to my wife. I'm like, there was already 2 or 3 boats up in there, and I was like, I said they're coming up in here with us. I said this is going to be tough, and my wife was kind of like, well, he's just a little kid on that boat. And I said I don't want to get beat by no little kid either. And then ended up he beat us all. I think there was like 19 boats or so, and he beat them all. So
took the legend down.
Yeah, bad.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So you might be just called the legend. That kid, Josh said his name here, Ryder Goodson.
Yeah,
he might be the true legend.
He is. Yeah. He always is a contender. Every tournament we fish, he's always up toward the top. So yeah, he's the real deal, man. He's nothing to mess around with. I mean, he's a good fisherman. Got a bright future ahead of him.
So I want to ask y'all one more question. There might be a couple. I just want to ask you one thing. What do y'all fishing with Dahlonega Jon, the teams that are competing? Obviously, y'all want to win. Don't even necessarily have to be Dahlonega Jon, but if y'all had to take, let's say you can't say yourself, who do y'all think to watch out for going into this TEC? Have y'all seen all the competitors, all the different names on the website, ePropulsion.com?
No, I haven't. I don't know. I really don't know who's in.
Anybody y'all can think off the top of your head as far as like to watch out for?
Man, all of them. You can't count anybody out. I mean, they're there for a reason.
Yeah. So I was kind of stalling there as I was looking this up. Richie and Ryder Goodson both are fishing the TEC. That's why I was double checking to make sure I thought that they were. That tournament they whooped your butt, was that the one that Richie, his dad, was fishing as well?
Yes, sir.
So that is awesome, man. Josh was saying that he checks the live wells, but who checks his?
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Might be right.
Yeah, and Josh Franklin saying that they're going to be competing. But maybe if Mr. Goodson's watching this, I'm going to be reaching out to you, Mr. Goodson. So we might be able to talk about that upcoming, about the butt whipping on the legend. if y'all don't mind, we might discuss that in future.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, anything y'all would like to say as far as final comments or anything? Give y'all folks some time. Put it in there if you got questions you want to ask. We're going to wrap this thing up. But Jason, Aaron, anything y'all would like to say as far as the TEC, what it means to y'all being able to qualify another year?
No, I mean,
Aaron froze.
I mean, I'm just kind of honored to be in it. I mean, I'd like to win. I mean, I think it would be a pretty cool deal to win it. And I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens, I guess. I mean, I know that Aaron and I, we work pretty hard to have an opportunity to get there. And I don't know. I just hope we do well. I mean, we did okay last year. I hope we do okay this year.
So, Aaron, you probably missed that, what I was asking. Any last comment you'd like to say as far as what it means to y'all for qualifying another year through the TEC?
Oh, I take it as a big accomplishment. Like Jason said, we worked our butts off. I mean, you have to earn your way there, and I feel like we've done that. So, I mean, it's a lot of competition to get there, and when you get there, you're up against the best. So, it's going to be tough.
Yeah. Well, man, I mean this bottom of my heart. I know we really haven't ever talked a whole lot, even off the show from last year to this year. I really, really appreciate both y'all men. What you stand for, I can tell that y'all had some, just like the posting from today, y'all had some good mamas and some good dads, obviously raising both of y'all. And to me, both of y'all are legends already. So looking forward to seeing y'all back down there representing Dahlonega Jon Boat at the 2021 ePropulsion TEC event.
Thank you.
No other comments are coming in, so that is pretty much going to conclude our show tonight. So, men, thank y'all for taking just a little bit of time, sitting down, talking some fishing tonight. So we'll see both y'all men coming up in just a few months.
All right, man. Thank you.
So, thank y'all both.
All right. See you.
See you. That is it. That is a wrap for our Dahlonega Jon Boat Anglers interview, Aaron Bland and Jason Brown. We appreciate each and every one of y'all tuning in tonight to our Hooked Up Live. We'll be going Hooked Up Live here just in a couple weeks again. So make sure, keep an eye on our website, which is listed here at the bottom of the screen, eProgatec.com. You can also watch our live streaming Hooked Up Lives directly on that page. If you go to the top right for the anglers interviews, it'll be posted there at the very top of the page, as well as go through and check out all of our sponsor links that's listed there on the website for our Hooked Up Lives, as well as the TC event itself. So we appreciate each and every one of y'all tuning in tonight, asking questions, getting to hear from our anglers, Aaron Bland and Jason Brown from Dahlonega Jon. So no further ado, like it, leave us a comment. It don't have to be during the live feed. It can be afterwards. That's the way you get entered in for these drawings of these items. So appreciate each and every one of you tuning in tonight. We will see y'all back here in just a couple weeks. Have a good night.
If I may,